Alright boys, this is the intro to the intro. I've been telling my brother all week that I have a surprise for him. He thinks I bought a car. He thinks I did something stupid. We'll make this quick, we'll make this simple. What do you think I got for you?
Well, you said it's under 20 grand, so you can still buy a lot for 20, so.
Alright, let's just get to it. I need you to grab that top box that says FedEx. This is my present to you. Here you go.
So they got a box for the box?
Yeah, you gotta secure the package. You got a box for the box.
Okay, baby. I already know what it is. Yes, sir.
Show the people.
Spoon cluster. The last one I seen online, the last one, there was a couple. The last one I seen was 9,900.
Yo, man, I love you.
I love you, thank you.
Shout out to Gabe. Gabe, if you're watching, bro, I couldn't have done this without you. This is like the finishing touches for the ITR. I think it'll make a great piece. But shout out to Gabe, man.
You're not gonna steal this for your car, right?
No, it's for you. That's yours.
Thanks, man. I love you.
Love you too. This thing is gonna look so good in the ITR. Huge shout out to Gabe, man. Thank you. And that's it. For $3,200, you can make your EG hatchback look good.
This is for the guys that are on a budget.
We started off with a bone stock EG hatch.
This is for the guys on a budget.
This is budget.
How much is it to get a car looking like this?
$3 grand. What a transformation. This is for the guys that what, again?
On a budget.
Let me know what you guys think. Drop it in the comments. What's up guys, to a video that I always wanted to make. A lot of you guys wanted to know if I was 16, how would I build a stock car? On a budget, that's the key factor here. I gave myself roughly a $3,000 budget. You can get this done for a little bit cheaper, but $3,000 will roughly get you quality parts or decent parts. And then stuff that I did when I was 16 that never failed me even till this day. I'm gonna show you guys the car, I'm gonna show you guys the breakdown, and I'm gonna show you guys the parts. I started with a bone stock EG hatch.
Before we get started, please do not cry about the car being stock and it's gonna get molested. We're gonna keep all the factory parts with the car. I'm not gonna roll the quarter panel or anything. The car's still gonna be original and just give it a nice stance.
And remember guys, this is for the boys that can't afford the TEs. I couldn't afford, wheels at some point in my life. This is for the guys out there that are doing this on a budget, that wanna make their car look as good as the guys that have the TEs. Basically, like you're posing, but you're not posing, This is what I would do if I was 16. We started off with a bone stock EG hatch. We're not gonna do no engine modifications. This is just strictly exterior. I already had put on the SIR corners, but I will get into the rest of the parts after and do a quick walk around the car. Show you guys what it looks like bone stock. It's all original Civic. This is a 92 Civic EG hatchback. Very clean, no rust. This is the perfect starter car. In this video, we're gonna do wheels, tires, suspension. We're gonna do a rear wing, front lip, lug nuts. I'm gonna tell you guys what to get. Floor mats. Basically make the car look very, very good, with it being on a budget. Also, we got a set of control arms. Not everyone in this video will need control arms. Only reason I say to get control arms because the lower bolt usually snaps in the control arm from the strut to the control arm in the rear. That's why I bought a set of control arms. But if your bolts are free, you don't need a set of control arms if you want to save about 250 bucks. So 92 EG hatch. Give you guys a quick walk around the whole car. Show them the interior.
Everything. I'm gonna show you guys the car cleaned up and everything after.
Yeah, and I'm gonna also get the car detailed in this video so you guys can check it out. All right, here's the interior. So 92 Civic, non-SI. They come blue interior. I have the original radio, actually came with the car. I'm gonna put that back in. I have a set of floor mats. I'm gonna clip the rugs back up, make it look a little bit better. But overall, pretty solid interior. Don't really have to do much, but put the carpet back together. Let's get into the cost breakdown of what it's gonna cost you guys to modify your stock car and make it look good on a budget. All right, so I'm gonna give you guys the cost breakdown of all the parts that I bought, and these are exact pricing. So you guys at home can buy these parts online. I got a lot of this stuff on eBay, Tire Rack, pretty much eBay and Tire Rack, everything here that you can see. So first up on the list is we bought a set of rotor wheels. They actually came with the Evo stickers. So I bought a set of white 16x7 rotor slip streams, and then Got those for 750 bucks. I bought a set of good Falcon tires. You can get these tires, you can get different tires for cheaper, but I got a good set of tires, so I spent 450. I got a set of Teen Flex Z coilovers. I spent 1050. A set of lower control arms from Ktuned for 240 bucks. OEM front lip. You can get this a little bit cheaper aftermarket, but OEM lip for 250. A set of floor mats aftermarket also for 60 bucks. Rear carbon spoiler. You can get a fiberglass one for about 100 bucks, but I spent 250 for a carbon wing. Corner lights 40 bucks, SIR replicas. Mud guards for 80 bucks OEM, and then steel lug nuts. Do not use aluminum, steel lugs for 30 bucks. Total of $3,200. Give or take, you can make this a little bit cheaper. And that's it. For $3,200, you can make your EG hatchback look good. Like I said, in this video, we're gonna install all the parts on the car. Can't wait to show you guys the transformation. I'm gonna show you guys the parts before we get started, and then I'm gonna show you guys after the install. Remember guys, this is budget. Like I said, you wanna make your car look, you know, official. This is the way to do it. I bought a set of 16-inch slipstreams on eBay.
You wanna make your car look good, not official. This is just to look good, you know.
I can see the people in the comments.
I can see the comments, those are not real Regas and blah, blah, blah. We know, I have real Regas in the back, but this is for the guys that are on a budget again. So budget. These wheels look good.
16x7 rotor slipstreams. We went with a, I'm gonna give you guys a tire size, 215 45 16 on any Honda. You can do it on EG hatchback, EK. It's like a meaty fitment. Back in the day, if I was 16, I would probably put a 205 40 16. But in today, 2023, you wanna do a 215 45 16. Gives it a little meaty fitment, looks a lot better. Put a set of Falcon RT 615s, like I said, 215 45 16. You guys can go a little bit cheaper on the tire. You can get cheaper tires for like 350 bucks, but I'm trying to give you something that's gonna last for a little while. RT 615K, 215 45 16. Like I said, 450 bucks. Wheels 750 bucks. Carbon rear spoiler. This is not a spoon spoiler. This is like a duck bill. That's what they call it. So the quality on the $250 one is actually really nice. Nice quality carbon fiber. For 250 bucks, you can't complain. I set a Ktuned lower control arms. Like I said, the back bolt usually snaps on the suspension. Make sure to use steel lug nuts. It's a must. Aluminum lug nuts get messed up. So I set an eBay steel lug nuts in black. Extended, 30 bucks. And OEM front lip kit. They have these aftermarket. You can get them for like 80, 90 bucks. They look the same. It's just the fitment is not that great. So I went to the dealer. These are still available brand new at the dealer for about, give or take 240 to 260 bucks. I think I paid 250 for this. OEM EG hatch front lip. I went with a little bit better suspension because I used these when I was a kid and they ride really good for street cars. And you don't have to change the top hats. It's literally plug and play. And last we have a set of floor mats from eBay. Only reason we went with eBay because the original OEM ones are discontinued now. If you find a set, I think they're like 500-600 bucks now in good condition. And then that's pretty much it. That's all we have for parts. Kev, my brother, gonna put all the stuff on today. Take a good look at the car, how it looks like now. And also add in the factor of detail and get this car fully detailed. We're gonna finish some of the parts, like I said, with trim paint. As far as the mirrors go, wipers, maybe probably pull them off. All right, here's the engine bay. For the engine bay, all we're gonna do is just power wash it. Really grimy. Really dirty. Those of you guys want to go the extra mile, I guess you get wrinkle paint from AutoZone. Can't wait to see how the car's gonna transform. I know it's gonna turn out good because the body's clean. All the black trim, we're gonna use trim paint on and make it look good. And then you're gonna have a good looking EG hatch on a budget for 3 grand. Well, 3 grand in just parts. This is for the guys that what, again?
On a budget. Guys, do not smash us in the comments about fake stuff being going on the car. This is for the guys on a budget.
And this is when we were 16. This is exactly what I do to my car. I didn't have no money. These parts that I'm giving you guys here also are gonna last you guys a while. A lot of people talk shit about the wheels. These wheels never done me wrong. You guys see the bad comments online for the people that like hit a curb or something and they break. Never have I not once have Rota failed me ever. Even till this day. I still use their wheels on some cars. Use them for rollers, use them for dyno wheels. These wheels are just great. Some people just abuse them the wrong way. As far as like I said, when you hit a curb, like I don't think any wheels is gonna outstand that. But they're all awesome wheels. Yes, they're replica wheels. They'll get the job done.
Drag competition steelies. I got the new strut in. Kev's gonna torque them down to just about 36 foot-pounds. Another thing I want to explain to you guys is when you guys put coilovers in, right? If you have an adjustable body coilover like this one has, right? You always want to tighten the spring up a little bit. If not, you're going to get a really bouncy ride. So what I like to do is snug up the spring and evenly on both sides. So what I'll do is count the threads on the inside, or you can measure or however you want to do it. So you want to tighten this upper section, and whenever you lower the car, you want to lower it from the lower section, the lower body of the coil. So that way you get a nice stiff ride. So obviously the tighter this goes, the tighter you tighten the spring up, the stiffer the ride is going to be. So I'm not going to go too crazy because this car is not like a track car or anything like that. So I'm just going to snug it up nice so that way it has a nice soft ride, not too bouncy. So alright guys, so the coilover is fully installed now on this side. I'm going to tighten up the spring a little bit, and then we're going to move the car over onto the alignment rack once everything's on the car and adjust the ride height. And I'll show you guys how we do that here. Alright guys, so the passenger side is in now, so the front is complete. Don't mind all the rust and stuff here. We just got the car. It's obviously gonna get new rotors and stuff like that. We're gonna go through the car. But this is just quick. This is the first day with the car. We just wanted to show you guys how we get things done. But for now, coilovers are in, and we'll worry about cleaning the car up later. As the back goes, the back is pretty simple. We're gonna leave the control arm connected to the strut. We're gonna take these two bolts out, and then the two nuts on the top. Everything should drop all together in one piece. You just have to be really careful here. You don't wanna break this bolt inside, kind of a pain in the ass to get out. If your car is like super rusty, what you want to do is spray these maybe overnight before you guys get started on the car.
I'm not gonna lie, this is a good donor car. It has a little bit of surface rust on a bunch of the parts.
Obviously the muffler is original, it just has surface rust, but look at the heat shield. It's still there, still in one piece. All the brake lines, fuel lines are good. They're not even rotted. Pretty solid car.
Solid build.
Like all this stuff is surface rust. Obviously this is from 92.
All right, so this is the bolt.
This is as old as you.
It is, you know, I was born in 92. So this is the bolt I was talking about that break. A lot of these, you just break right in here, the heads just come right off. Some of your cars, if you guys get lucky and they come out cool, whatever, like you could save $250 on a set of control arms, like, but it won't look as nice. Just spend an extra $250. You can buy a set on eBay also for like $100, but then you're gonna need bushings in like a year. Well, get a set of Ktunes, Skunk 2s, a good brand, Function 7, a good brand, lower control arm, MCP. We use a bunch of stuff. It just depends on the color of your car. They have a bunch of different color options, but we just went with silver because it's white. These bolts right here in the trailer arms usually come right out. Same thing with the chassis. But for whatever reason you break these, you can also put a nut on the other end of this, but these always break inside the bushing. So when I was a kid, I used to PB blast the other end of the bolt.
I just said that.
Yeah, the day before. That's what me and my brother used to do. So we used to PB blast the night before, and then the day after. If you still feel like it's like a rusty, just hit it with a torch. Get it really hot, and it'll eventually come out. I think so. But if it breaks, man. It's just part of the game.
But let's get to it. Alright, so we got the bolts in right now. They're just snug. They're not all the way tightened down yet. So what I like to do is put the wheel on, get the car settled down on the ground, and then torque these down. Because what ends up happening is, over time, right, if you tighten them like this, and you come to lower the car some more, you end up twisting the rubber inside here. So after a while, this rubber will break. You'll start to hear creaking sounds and stuff like that. So what I like to do is leave everything loose, get the car settled on the ground, ride height set, and then torque the bolts down. Alright, so we got the lip on. Sorry I didn't record that part. You know, it's pretty simple. It pretty much takes this hardware right here. It takes a couple of these, probably like 10 of them on the bottom. Nice fitment, looks clean. We're gonna put the wheels on now, move it over to the rack, and set the ride height. Alright guys, so we got the car over on an alignment rack now. So what you wanna do is, when you're doing this, is get the car on a level ground. So we have on our rack here, it's level. So what you wanna do is, when you're setting ride height, you want the ground to be level. So that way, when you do all your adjustments, the car is somewhat even when you put it down on the ground. Like I said, this part is very crucial. You want to make sure your springs, you want to set your preload pretty much the same on both sides in the front and both in the rear. So that way you could get, you'll get an even ride quality, meaning like you don't want one side to be stiffer than the other. And then you always want to adjust your ride height from the body, not from the spring. Our springs are pretty much set. We're gonna lock these two rings together, and then we're gonna start making adjustments from this lower section. And you also wanna make your adjustments with your wheels that you're gonna be putting onto the car, because this factory wheels will have a different, obviously a different tire to fender gap between the 16-inch wheels. So we're gonna put our wheels on, we're gonna lower the car. This is probably gonna take maybe 2 or 3 tries before we get it. And just like that, we got the wheels on. This is the first try right here. The car is pretty much dead even right now. We've been doing this for so long that we kind of already know where to set the coils at. It's a little bit too low for me, only because of the wheel. The wheel sits really close to the fender right here, and I know it's gonna rub on the fender liner. I do not want to take the fender liner out, so I'm gonna raise the car up, I wanna say about 1/4 to 1/2 inch, and then the rear 1/4 to 1/2 inch higher than the front. I don't like when cars sit even, like it almost looks like the car is butt sagging. I always like the cars when they have a nice rake to them. This looks pretty good, but it's not ideal for driving it every day. So I'm gonna raise the front up a little bit, gonna raise the rear up a little bit to kind of match, work our way from there. What I usually like to do is get a tape measure, get it centered with the wheel, so center with the fender all the way down, and you wanna measure up until this point, or that's at least how I usually set them. So I'll measure up to here, make sure both fronts are the same, and then both rears are the same, and then I will align the car after. We're gonna make our adjustments right now, and I'll show you guys our final ride height in a few. Got the 2 rings right here locked in. So now what you want to do is spin the body of the coil, so that way you make your adjustments for your ride height. All right, I got the suspension ride height set. Wheels are on, lip is on. It's crazy what wheels and suspension do to a car. Looks pretty good.
This is the New England Stage 1 kit, right?
Yeah, stage 1 kit. Next we're gonna put the spoiler on and the floor mats. Yeah, it's only maybe what, like an hour's worth of work?
Yeah. Your boy is back.
You know what the crazy
Came
part
back
is?
in.
You guys seen in the video, he was gone. He was gone the whole day. He comes back again when the car is done, right?
Car looks good. What a transformation. For $3,000, you can have your car looking like this. This car actually looks really
Honestly,
good.
you could probably find this stuff used, but we don't like putting used stuff like that on the car.
I'm just gonna
So we bought everything brand new. Looks pretty good. If you got the one on the offset, it's a +40 offset.
16x7 plus 40.
How much is it to get your car looking like this?
$3 grand.
Detail not included.
J-Rock's been screaming white wheels on a white car since he's first started working here.
How's it look? How do you like it?
I love it.
Brings me back. Yo, hold on real quick. Can we paint the door panels white?
Door panels, no, you crazy.
Why?
This
There's some
ain't
trim
2001. You crazy
We're
as
halfway
hell.
there.
That's taking it too far. That's pretty much it. I don't know. Should we swap it?
No, we're not gonna swap.
Swap it?
So here's a carbon wing, nice installed. I like it. Did the wing, you know, have to put the plate frame up there. The wheels and tires and suspension make it look really, really good. Control arm setup. You guys can do a tie bar underneath. I think they're like 180 bucks. Put the floor mats in here. They don't really match, but I haven't found a set of good blue floor mats that I like yet. The stock ones are like a gray color, but for now we'll use the blacks to make the interior look a little bit more complete than what it does. Put the factory radio back in. Yeah. Car's looking good for $3,200. You can probably get it done for $3 grand if you do your own labor or whatever, but this doesn't take much to do. We got this all done in one day. I'm gonna bring it over to the detail shop real quick, wash the engine bay, clean up the interior, and wash the whole car, and I'll show it to you guys right after. This looks good. For a $3,000 budget, it looks so good.
I like it because it looks good and it's quiet. That's a driver's car right there.
It's like a 10-footer. They might think, hey, look, that dude got regas, he got all this, he got SIR corners. Nah, he out here just fooling. He out here just fooling the community. You out here being a poser, huh, J-Rock, with your fake Rega Masters?
I'd rock them so proud, bro.
I'd rock them too, I ain't gonna lie to you. I am rocking them. Man, I must say the transformation is crazy. All for $3,000. Check the car out, got it all detailed.
Quick $25 detail from next door. Only thing left I didn't get a chance to do today, I'll show you guys in the next video how I sand these down and what paint I use to get them back nice again. And it'll look like factory.
So we took the wipers off because we're not gonna drive this car in the rain. But pretty much cheap budget, how to make your car looks good. Yeah, I get this evil stickers on the Rodas, but it looks good. I like it. Overall, such a clean car with $3,000 worth of accessories to make it look good. Car looks great. I'll give you guys a quick montage around the car. Oh, I want to show you guys the engine bay before we close this video out. The engine bay turned out good. Scrubbed it down.
One more time. Look at that. Interior's cleaned up. Looks nice.
The factory radio made it look really, really good. And those floor mats, wish they made blue ones. If anybody knows where to get like good aftermarket, the OEM ones are discontinued, drop it in the comments. Also, I want you guys to drop in the comments, what do you guys think of the transformation? Personally, I love it.
Like I said, this is a cheap transmission. $25 detail. It was quick, no ice blasting.
Remember the bottom of the hood was filthy.
It's nice and clean. Engine bay cleaned up really well.
Overall, not bad. Brand new suspension, baby.
This is just a one day, not even, it's like, we're only got 3 or 4 hours into the car.
Yeah.
With filming.
I will give you guys a real quick, maybe 5-second, 10-second montage of the car. Let me know what you guys think, drop it in the comments. I always want to do one of these videos. I have another EK that we're gonna do too, it's also white. So I'll get like a transformation video of that too. It's gonna look a little bit different than this. But for the most part, wheels, tires, suspension, control arms, wing, front lip. For $3 grand, $3,200, you can't beat it. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think. I appreciate you guys watching.